And we do a lot of that as we're in those initial stages. We're bringing on employees, we're training the employees. At which point do you switch from, okay, we've got the compliance in place, we've got the relationship and the trust with our managers, because there's a progression. Now let's work on being more strategic, or in the word I always use, intentionality. We're going to be intentional with the people in our business and tying what we're doing with our people strategy with our company's growth strategy. It's really we're setting up that infrastructure to support the growth goals. How are you instilling that throughout the organization and really partnering with the leadership?
Yeah, absolutely. It's so important. And let's face it, we're not doing strategy with 15 to 20 employees, right? But when you're in the right place, and especially during high growth, your people strategy must be tied to company goals. That is what's going to drive the growth that you need. Kristen, you and I chatted a while ago, and it was really interesting that I had shared with you that I've been seeing this trend that HR is pushing back. And I see this a lot, and in my mind, I'm tying it to the advancement of technology. So we have new hires who are entering their own information. We have performance management processes where managers are going in. And I saw this pushback where HR is pushing back and it's ending up in the manager's lap. And just as I said, that takes away from their time and energy to grow the business, to have that intentional relationship and that coaching mentor relationship with their employees. So we as HR, we need to tie our goals to the goals of the company, and that's our focus. If you're experiencing high organic growth, you need to bring on, double your company, bring on 100 new employees. You're going to need a talent acquisition and onboarding strategy, right? I remember at one time we didn't have the funds for an applicant tracking system. We were a emerging, smaller company. So we put a strategy together that brought in in-house recruiter instead of paying the 25% externally for this large, scale of employees to bring on. And we streamlined the interview process. We identified motivators, to best fit each role. And that strategy supported our organic growth. But alternatively, coming from the private equity and VC backed world, if our goal was to be acquired, my strategy was very different. Is my HRIS, are my systems scalable, right? Can I double the capacity? Do I have a performance management practice in place? Is my org structure logical to be integrated? If I have a matrixed organization with lots of dotted lines, do we need to strategize and think about, hey, what's a buyer going to look for? Do they have a more flat or functional structures, within a specific industry? So, that's so important to tie the HR strategy to the goals of the company. And don't let HR, I know it sounds strange to say it, don't let HR push back and drive the company.